What's going on, Cap? Welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you are enjoying your birthday season. We're kicking it off. It's Capricorn's birthday time on Capricorn. The sun entered your sign. Yeah, no, not yesterday, Thursday. But happy birthday, happy solar return for those of you who have already maybe had a birthday pass, and for those of you who got birthdays coming up, happy birthday. Hope you're getting ready to accomplish some big things, enjoy, but Capricorn balance. Achieve things, but make sure that you're enjoying stuff along the way. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just epic, Cap, especially during your birthday season. And it keeps us growing, achieving. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy how yourself has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Because it's your general energy weekly spread. Yeah, we're just feeling the energy there, Capricorn. Yeah, I feel like your season is going to be a lit one. One that definitely is going to get things just kind of taken off and just getting things ramped up for getting into the new calendar year. I'm excited for your birthday season. But with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said there, Cap, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy around here, Cap. Now I have oracle cards here, or yes, I have oracle cards here. I'm gonna pull a few oracle cards here from this deck, and then I will get some details with the tarot. Off to a great start there, Cap. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? Ooh, look at you, Cap. I'm with it. And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that like watching their caps, so check them out. Very powerful insights that I feel like they bring, very strong intuition that they have. So yeah, go check them out. There's a link for an astrologer as well if you're looking to broaden your astrological knowledge. I got some apps down there. This description box is just lit. Little extra birthday gift for you there, Cap. Well, let's go ahead and get into your first card here, because you got the novice card here, Capricorn. And this is a card of innocence, beginner, ignorance, new skill without without practice, and unstable curiosity. And I like this, Capricorn, because I feel like this novice is giving very fresh energy. I feel like don't be afraid to begin something new, whether this be a new hobby. Maybe you're thinking about changing a career. Maybe you're going to maybe we're climbing up the corporate ladder in our jobs, or maybe you just want to start learning a new language, get into it's just giving me this energy of something I feel like you can do a little extra birthday gift for yourself. Allow yourself to be curious. To indulge into that side of you that's been wanting to maybe go to Germany, or maybe you've been wanting to make more time for hiking, or maybe you want to start a garden. But I feel like it's not being afraid of even just being, not being perfect at something, being allowed to make mistakes, and the innocence that does come with, I don't know, when you allow, like, it's like, I almost feel like that innocence is like allowing your inner child to play, just allowing those things to grow. But I do feel though, too, with this kind of like this novice energy here, it's just like, one, I feel like it's being mindful of, it's like the full on kind of like a lower vibration, with like sort of just like jumping into things without any sort of thought, when it's like, how do I want to put this? Like, for example, like maybe signing a contract that we haven't completely read over, or just like I feel like it's like don't let others maybe take advantage of like when someone's presenting you with like an opportunity or something. Not that we're pushing away opportunities, but there is that level of discernment I feel like that is needed to be here with the novice. But I do feel too because the this card here is is the fifth card here, which is the fifth card in the major arcana is the Hierophant. And I feel for those of you who are teachers, some sort of mentors or things, or maybe experts in your field, is remembering that even as a teacher, you can still be a student even as a teacher. Because it's like, just like how we're just sort of like, we're just like kids but in just adult bodies. It's that sense of like the student is just like someone who's learned quite a bit, but being open to like maybe the perspective of other novices, as far as like they can even bring about new ways of thinking about something that you can apply to your practice. But I also feel too for those of you, don't be afraid of like trying to maybe seeking a mentor, possibly, maybe whether this be a new course of study, whatever that's looking like there, Capricorn. Really feel, and this is kind of, I feel like your energy is leading to a lot of like brand new beginnings and a lot of aces, like ace energy and like page energy is what's coming through there as far as these like new beginnings and things. But let's get some tarot on this and get some details. Yeah, you can feel with this too, Capricorn. Oh, there's your ruler. I'm with that. Strong start. I even feel too there, Capricorn. If you find that you're like a natural at something, if someone's told you that, like, oh, Capricorn, you're such a great builder, or you're so great with maybe so funny, or you're so, I don't know, like, don't sleep on those skills, like those like natural skills that you have. I feel there is, I feel like there's a time, like making time to kind of hone those things there, Capricorn. But let me get the rest of your cards here. Nice one. Thank you. All right, Capricorn. Let's see what's going on here. With that, Cap. That's interesting. So you have the universe here, your ruler Saturn, the Death card, Scorpio energy, the Two of Cups, the Three of Swords, and then the Knight of Wands. And the Knights in this deck, Capricorn, are the Kings. And that's interesting with this Three of Swords here, because I almost feel, I kind of feel with this Three of Swords here, like this might be the sadness that's coming through with this card is like maybe some things that it's like that energy of when, let's say you've been working on, you've been very kind of career focused, been doing this stuff, been kind of hustling, doing all these things, but I feel like these sorrows are the passion projects and things that we may have had to put on the back burner in order to get bills paid, get to this state of security, all these things. And I feel that it's like this Three of Swords is asking you to, if you've been feeling this almost this emptiness, or that there's something like a piece that's missing there, Capricorn, it's making some time for the things that you love, kind of nurturing your soul. I feel with this Two of Cups by again, learning that language. Maybe you want wanting to make more time to read, maybe you want to write a book, whatever that's looking like. But I feel with the Knight of Wands being here, it's taking that inner passion there and just incorporating that more, getting that, like, just like bringing these things into your world here, into this universe, because it feels like there's something here with the universe that's incomplete, that you've either been thinking about, or you've kind of started and stopped. Maybe you've been working on this car over the last 5 years, or maybe you've got there's this painting in a room that's just half finished, or maybe we have some songs that are just sort of little pieces. But I feel that there is this change that's gonna happen here, this transformation, as we start to dig into those sort of like creative endeavors or expressive type of energies here. And Saturn's in Pisces, and it's going to be your ruler. It's going to be in Pisces for the next for a little over 3 years now. Or will be in there for will be in Pisces for the next about 2.5 years. And I feel that's a strong energy for you to connect with those higher powers there, and really just kind of manifest a really kind of beautiful image here is what I'm kind of seeing. Because even when you think to the dispositor of Pisces is Neptune, and Neptune's in her home sign in Pisces as well. So you're in a very spiritual, creative type of energy where you're really connected to source. And pay attention to how that can change you. Tap into that curiosity. If there's been something nagging you about starting something up. And again, let's say you've wanted to play the piano, but we're thinking like, oh, I'm not as good as someone else or whatever. It's not about being good as something as someone else there. It's more so a time of, or that energy is just like your soul's needing this to feel well, and I hope that makes sense, Capricorn. But I think I'm gonna leave that there. Just a little something to ruminate on. Because I think that'd be a nice gift for yourself. Kind of explore some of these unfinished projects, or some sort of passions that you've been wanting to do. Maybe you've been wanting to learn how to cook or whatever that's looking like, Cap. Well, let's get another oracle on this. Oh, look at this, Capricorn. All right. So you have the Wind Fairy. And this is a card of thoughts, words, and intellectual analysis. And I feel that this is you really kind of just making your thoughts become things, letting stuff become more than just words. I feel that when it comes to whatever our goals are, Capricorn, whatever your universe is looking like, whatever you want to complete. So I feel like it's like this is giving me like we're just in that planning phase right now for some, and that is a time to Knight of Wands really start manifesting that and nurturing that, putting that energy into this thing and getting there and just making our thoughts manifest. And a good start with that would be maybe just like kind of writing this stuff down. I feel that's an easy form of manifestation, taking things from the dome to the home, and just get into that practice. And it's still like I like that you got this kind of curious energy, and air energy does deal with the thoughts. And I'm even just kind of getting like a Gemini energy. Theirs is a very curious sign, and just like learning things. And I am getting something here, Capricorn. Maybe some of you might be really good with your words, whether this be maybe through public speaking, or maybe again through writing, or through poetry, or there's this expression that I feel like is needing to, or that's wanting to happen as well there. But even too, just kind of like challenging your mind there. Because I remember listening to someone who was, oh goodness, I don't remember at the moment who I was listening to, but they were saying that someone was asking, like, as far as like what's your secrets for, like, staying youthful and things along those lines. And it's being curious, challenging the mind, because even as the body starts to age, the mind can still stay sharp, and that's why I feel like it's like if we're getting into that, really kind of almost like getting in this like critical thinking type of energy even too there, Capricorn. That's very interesting. But let's get some tarot to clarify this Wind Fairy. And be mindful of your thoughts, Capricorn. That's thoughts are powerful, and they can keep you from starting new practices. They keep you from starting new practices. Keep be aware of where your self-esteem is at. Pay attention to that. Oh, Cap, look at you. There you are. And that's appropriate. That's considering what I was just talking about. Because you have you, the devil here, and your energy's coming through here. Look how you're kicking off your birthday season. But you have you, the devil, the Six of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and then the Nine of Disc here. And I feel with you being here, Cap. You know, the devil can be those low vibrations, you know, those thoughts that kind of come through our head that can keep us down. And I feel like it's with that intellectual analysis is sitting with those thoughts. You know, where are these thoughts of melancholy and sorrow and maybe even depression? Where are they coming from? You know, and then getting down to the root cause and nurturing that energy there, Capricorn, and taking, showing yourself compassion in this, because it's okay to feel those things. You know, this is a part of that, but they do not define who you are. And the devil is also that work that it takes to grow from this thing. And the Nine of Discs, this is that very, very self-sufficient energy. You're at least kind of working on yourself. This is Venus and Virgo work, that pre-Empress energy. And yeah, I do feel that this is one. I'm even getting with like this Seven of Wands here. This Six and Seven of Wands. Because the Six of Wands, it's this energy of like recognition in this, but I feel like it's too the people that have helped you get to this state of victory with the Seven of, or excuse me, with the Six of Wands here. And the Seven of Wands can be this, you know, the energy of protection. And I feel like it's, if we're noticing that the support system around us has been one that's been lowering the vibration, that has been keeping you from achieving your goals, from getting to this state of, you know, just kind of been derailing your process here, your routine, your success, then I feel this Seven of Wands is asking you to put up these boundaries in a sense, you know, to kind of distance yourself from that. And there might even be some where we might even need to end some certain relationships here, because you're changing, Capricorn, you're evolving, you know, when we get into like, your solar return video came out on, it's like Thursday, because I think the sun entered around, it was like almost 10:30 in the evening. And you know, you are in a time of reflecting on what happened this past year and how you want to grow this next year. And sometimes that does come with letting go of certain relationships here. Two of Cups, things that may have filled our cups up once under new thoughts and a new type of perspective there. Maybe they really were kind of lowering us down, keeping us trapped, keeping us, and maybe by no fault of their own. It's just that everyone's on a different path on their journey. So let me get a little bit more with this Nine of Disc here, Kat, before we move on. Because I do feel too like that Nine of Discs is giving you this solo energy. Like it's just a great time for just really kind of working on yourself there, Capricorn. Alright, Capricorn. And that's interesting, Capricorn. So that's going to be very important, because the Nine of Discs is clarified by the Seven of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and then the Moon card here. And the Seven of Cups for me is like it's a prelude to the Devil moment here. So you got the whole soundtrack. And when the Seven of Cups comes out with the Moon, that could be a lot of heavy illusory energy. And I feel there may be some things here, Capricorn, that may be keeping you from tapping into your true potential. That scarab beetle's carrying the sun here, and the moon reflects your sun's light. But if our light has been, if there's something interfering with that light, you're not shining as bright, we're not making, I feel, the most use of our energies here. And I almost feel like this Ace of Wands is trying to get you in this place of new inspiration. You know, it's your birthday season, you naturally, the energies are a little bit higher, so it's like, okay, how can we ride this wave out and, you know, kind of really get things going there. But I do feel too, because with the Knight of Wands is Ace of Wands, because the Knight of Wands is essentially, he's holding the Ace of Wands. And if we're not mindful with how our energies are channeling, if we're kind of lost in this escapist type of energy with this Pisces, the Moon card here, Seven of Cups, it can that can lead to burnout and lead to a hanged man situation where we need to pause and really kind of reevaluate how we've been going and where we've been sacrificing our energies towards. So, yeah, this is just another thing to consider there, Capricorn. But I do feel if we work on this thing, the nice thing about the Seven of Cups, because it's not just all just low vibrations there, the Seven of Cups too can be this card of choices, and then of opportunities and things. But I feel like it's that work that we put into ourselves, improving our thought process, being mindful of when we're getting caught in a negative loop that opens up these doors there, Capricorn. So just a little something to consider. Now let's get your last oracle card here. Ooh, interesting, Capricorn. How fascinating. Yeah, thank you. All right, Capricorn. So you have the Death card here, and so, and keep in mind, Capricorn. I feel this is like this. Death is is a natural cycle of this journey. And I don't mean in just like, where we're transitioning on. I feel like it's because when you go from like today into the next day, there's a death that's happening because we're completing a cycle. And that's where I feel like this is asking you, like, you got a lot of, because your energies have been really really lit. I feel like these last couple readings that I've been doing, and now it's starting to embrace that change. The energies are trying to move you in a certain direction here, and I feel like it's like paying attention to your thoughts and things. And because you're getting ready to come into like this rebirth. I feel like, even in a sense here, how do you want to reinvent yourself and redefine how are these changes, how these changes helping you grow there, Capricorn. And I feel this Death card too, because your season, you usher in the winter, and that's a time when things have all essentially have died. In a sense, the trees are bare, but and it's not that they're bare. There's beauty in that too, because they're making space to fill up, once we start getting into the springtime, to fill it up with new beauty. In a sense, it's it doesn't have to be this Three of Swords when it comes to this like letting go energy where we feel just as sad. It's not to say that that's not, not that we're not feeling this sense of sadness, but I do feel there is this sense of joy as well, because we're growing, we're evolving, and getting into this higher vibration of ourselves. But let's get your last tarot card to kind of clarify this Death card. It's not fascinating. Alright, Capricorn, last little bit here. So you have the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Four of Cups, and then the Nine of Swords here, Capricorn. And let's switch back over. Because with this Nine of Swords here, this can be these fears that we may have, these anxieties that we have for the changes that are coming, and the decisions that we need to make. Is like, where do we want to move forward? Because the Two of Wands, this is Aries' hottest card. This is Mars in Aries, and even the Three of Wands, that's a good strong card too, because it's the Sun in Aries, and the Sun is exalted in that sign. So I feel there is a lot of really great potential for expansion and things along those lines. But I do feel that there's something that we need to leave a comfort zone with this Death card here, or excuse me, with this Death card, with this Four of Cups here. And because when I'm thinking about the three or the Four of Cups, there's usually this figure that's kind of looking at these three other cups and not paying attention to the sign that the universe is giving them, like, hey, those cups are empty, there's no longer any fulfillment out of them. Here's this next chapter that's going on here, but we're still kind of focused on those old type of feelings as well. And I just feel like there's this, that once we learn to let go of the, whatever this is, Capricorn, that's wanting to make space for something new to fill in there, then we start feeling this sense of, like, this different type of lightness, in the sense, we get to this victory. And there's this, and I feel like it's remembering too, as you're going through these changes. And again, it's never easy, but it is something where you want to show yourself a lot of compassion, while you're going through. So meet yourself where you're at today, honor where you're at today, because it's all a part, these changes and things are all part of the journey. And I feel like it's only as if the more you resist it, the more uncomfortable it is, Capricorn. So yeah, I hope that made sense. I think I'm gonna leave that there, Cap. So, but if you like that, or anything resonated with you there, Capricorn, give it a thumbs up. And share this if you know someone who's been maybe struggling with change, or maybe the thoughts of the future have been, yeah, maybe been just kind of stressing us out there, Capricorn. Maybe there's just been this fear, or whatever that is. If we know someone who's going with that, share this with them to let them know that it is just a natural part, and it is normal to feel these fears and things. But fears are only false experiences appearing real. This is, you can, yeah, just something to think about. And then subscribe there, you devil. Hit that bell button, get notified when I release videos each week. And then last little bit, if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans, I guess even if they're Pisces. And how that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Cap. You got the Two of Swords here. And so, a lot of decisions, I feel like. And the Two of Swords can be this card of indecisiveness. It's like, should I do this? Should I do that? Where do I want to go? And I feel the Two of Swords is how I was talking with that Wind Fairy about being careful about overanalyzing something. It's just, I feel like, listen to your heart. Where does your heart trying to lead you there? And this, again, is that brain, that head and heart balance. And once those two are on the same page, it's off to the races there, Capricorn. Two of Swords. The twos are choices. And so I like this. And I feel like too, this Two of Swords is just like, are we, and you have a choice with whatever you're doing, even when it comes to this change. Are we going to choose to change? I mean, change is going to happen regardless, but it's just like, how are we going to is this going to be an easier process, or is it going to be a difficult process? What do we need? What does our soul need to go through? And just like kind of asking ourselves, where do we want to go next? What is this change looking like? But let me get your other oracle card here so I can get you out of here, Cap. Oh, I like this, Cap. Thank you. I really like that. So you got the Resilience card here. And absolutely. Because that's what Scorpio energy. You said you got this double death card here. Scorpio is a very resilient sign. You and Scorpio do share a lot. I feel like do share some things when it comes to that tenacity. Because Scorpio, like yourself, knows that life isn't always easy, that you need to go through these sort of like dark nights of the soul, in a sense, in order to get to this new sense of rebirth. And it's through those tougher experiences that make you tough, because that's why the experiences are tough, because that's what you are, Capricorn. And I do feel that it is remembering that, and that these situations aren't trying to keep you down. They are trying to lift you up and just show you what you're capable of. And that's why I feel like you have, you know, because it's not easy having Saturn as a ruler, because Saturn asks a lot of you. But that's just because, again, Saturn knows just what you're capable of. And to settle for less than is unacceptable to Saturn. He's just like, nah, let's get it, let's get it. I get to take the time and heal, but once we've processed this thing, once we got an understanding of it, what are we gonna do next? You know, and we got to take this leap. You know, be okay being vulnerable, being, you know, knowing the things that we don't know, Capricorn, and yeah, and just letting this energies. And I feel like too, it's this experience, because yours I feel like is a very wise sign as well, and that's through these experiences, these challenges that you've taken when you've needed to be resilient, you know, in the face of adversity. And so, and how when you look back at that, how rewarding that can be, because you showed yourself just what you're capable of, and that's something to marvel at there, Capricorn. So I think I'm gonna leave that there. I like that, Cap, but stay safe out there with all these changes and things. And again, just remembering that death, all it does is it's just making space for you to fill that up with something else, you know. And it's like it's something has ran its course, or you know, it's like this. Yeah, just stay safe out there, Cap. And you raise your vibration through the roof, because there's a lot of serious energy too with you and this and Saturn coming through here, the Death card. And yeah, like it's find times two in all these changes to, you know, be the novice, do something fun, you know, try something new. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.